And welcome to another episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. Today I have a very special beer for you guys. This right here is Sierra Nevada 30th Anniversary Jack and Ken's Ale. This is what they're describing as a black barley wine, and this came out in July of 2010. That's right, so this beer is over 3 years old at this point. And I just walked into a local grocery store a couple months ago. I found a bottle sitting there for $10, which seemed like a steal. I was also kind of weirded out that a grocery store would just have this beer just chilling there and then nobody bought it. But again, you probably wouldn't be looking for something like this in here. And you might be asking yourself, now, why would I be opening up a special bottle like this? Well, I have a very good reason. Guys, today was the very last final I will ever have to take in college. That's right, I am done with school, finally, after what has felt like forever. So, I will be graduating in just a couple of days. It just feels so good to never have to study for any of that stuff again, so I thought it was high time to crack this open. And, as further celebration, I will be going to see The Hobbit for the midnight screening, because, you know what? I'm a regular geek besides being a beer geek, and I love my fantasy stuff as well. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the aroma. Oh, wow. First thing I get is this big roasty malt. I get a decent amount of this milk chocolate in there as well. I'm actually still getting some hoppiness. Now, it definitely smells kind of faded. Smells kind of like that older hop notes that you get, but I'm definitely getting some grapefruit, a little bit of orange in there, some slight pininess as well, a little bit of dark fruit, nothing particularly like real specific. I'm not pulling out, raisins or plums or figs or anything, but definitely just hints of dark fruits. Yeah, it has this really nice milk chocolate sweetness in there besides the roasty malt. Never had a black barley wine, but this smells really good. Let's go ahead and take our first sip. Oh, wow. Wow. The first thing that really hits me, oddly enough, are the hops. I get some grapefruit, some orange, some of that pininess that I got from the aroma. Definitely getting some of that milk chocolate sweetness in there too. And it's a really creamy, rich mouthfeel, like super, super coating. It's got a nice medium body, not quite full. It's just a slight step away from full, but a very kind of big, medium mouthfeel to it. Definitely getting those bigger roast notes on the back end. It actually dries out nicely, so there's still a decent amount of hop bitterness in here. And then about mid-palate, I'm also getting some of those dark fruit notes, and that's just really interesting how it's developed like this, because I'm particularly surprised there's any hop notes left after this long. You really get the hoppiness, then more of that kind of milk chocolate sweetness, and then those dark fruits, and then the roast on the back end. And this is drinking really, really smooth. Wow, yeah. Can't taste alcohol, cannot smell the alcohol. There is a little bit of heat as it goes down, but for 10.2%, not bad at all. I've heard that some people said they thought this was kind of hot when it was fresh, but I've never had the pleasure to try any of the 30th anniversary beers fresh, so I don't really know, but I tell you what, this is just so smooth, incredibly drinkable, and very, very complex. I mean, this is delicious. I don't know if you guys have saved any bottles, but at this point, I don't know how much better it's going to get, because you're still left with some of those hop notes, some of those hop aromas, and you still have that hoppy bitterness in the back end, which really dries it out, gets you ready for another sip. That being said, the further they fade out, I don't know how much more it's really going to complement the beer, because you definitely have that milk chocolate sweetness now. You definitely have those dark fruit notes that are in there. I just don't know if it's really going to go anywhere else from here. So I would say if you have a bottle at this point, now's the time to crack it open, or at least during the winter months. You still got a couple months to open it up, maybe something nice for Christmas. But yeah, this is a tasty treat for sure. As far as the rating goes, guys, I'm going with a 9.6 out of 10. This is just phenomenal. The first ever black barley wine that I've had, and I would love to try more for sure. Mm. Yeah, this is a great beer. Awesome, awesome stuff. As far as my musical recommendation goes, tonight, guys, I want you to check out a band by the name of Samsara Blues Experiment. Now, you might be asking me, what kind of band is that with such a weird name? I will tell you. They are a stoner rock / psychedelic rock group, so if you like 13-minute long songs, some really intense solos, some really just kind of trippy music in general. It's a little heavy, a little just kind of bluesy and out there. I want you to check out their 2010 record, Long Distance Trip. Yeah, as if that wouldn't tell you they're a psychedelic group right there. Awesome stuff. If you like that type of music, I highly suggest checking it out. Alright guys, that does for this beer review. And please make sure to subscribe to my channel, give me a like, give me a few comments, let me know what you think of this beer. If you have any bottles left, let me know what you plan on doing with those, and I hope whatever you're doing involves good craft beer. See ya.